We thank you for joining us as we all say goodbye to an NFL legend.
Leonard Ray Dawson was a family member here at KMBC Channel 9 and an icon in our community. He passed away at the age of 87, and today hundreds packed the Country Club Christian Church on Ward Parkway. KMBC 9's Len Jennings is here as many got to share stories, laughs, and yes, a few tears for our number 16.
Len was a legend to Kansas City, to the country, and to all the people who come to work in this very building every day. Not just because of what he did on the football field, but how he treated all of us here at KMBC.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee.
He was a hero.
For me, Superman was Len Dawson.
And an inspiration to people living in a so-called flyover city in the Midwest.
We were fortunate in Kansas City to have a conductor of our football team who put us on the right track, in the right seat, at the right time, Leonard Dawson.
To us at KMBC, he was a friend.
37 years ago today, Len and I started working together.
Colleagues shared their stories of Len Dawson as he was laid to rest today. They gave you a glimpse of the man who walked these halls every day and how special he was to all of us.
Len always insisted on going to a restaurant at the end of our workday, and his reasoning was pretty simple. When our bosses are working out of town, they aren't eating fast food, and neither should we.
He was our star quarterback, but his humble demeanor wouldn't let him see himself that way, even when meeting today's biggest sports star in Kansas City.
Len quietly asked me, "Why does Patrick Mahomes want to meet me?" I about pulled the car over. I answered, "Because you're Len Dawson."
He was a teammate to the Chiefs, to us, and to Kansas City. And everyone's hero never let us down.
On the morning Len passed away, I was asked if I wanted to take the day off. But I told him no. Because the only way I knew how to truly honor Len and his legacy was to come to work, just like he always did.
And one of my favorite questions that people ask me is, what is Len Dawson really like? Because that's a question I love to answer.
And the answer is?
The answer is just what everyone knows here in this building, is how he treated us every single day when he walked through. He made us smile.
Tender and kind. Yeah. Thanks, Len.
Yeah. One of the more emotional moments at today's service came from fellow Pro Football Hall of Famer and Super Bowl IV champ Bobby Bell. Bell, surrounded by Chiefs teammates who played in that game in 1970, shared what happened when he met Len. He knew something special was going to happen.
60 years ago, Linda and I met as strangers, and we met in a strange city. In them 60 years, we changed it from strangers to brothers. And Kansas City became our home. Kansas City became our home.
When Len and Bobby were inducted into the Hall of Fame, they got a gold jacket, a ring, and a bust. And today, the Pro Football Hall of Fame sent a representative to the funeral. They gave Len's family a Hall of Fame flag that flew at half-staff in Canton, Ohio after he died, and a Hall of Fame medallion. Hundreds of people showed up for today's service just to honor Len's remarkable life.
KMBC 9's Jackson Kurt spoke to people who knew Len and others who admired his contributions to the city and professional football.
A final tribute to a Kansas City legend.
Great Chief and Kansas Cityan.
A somber day for family, friends, former Channel 9 colleagues, and hundreds more who all said their final goodbyes to Len Dawson.
I come to pay my respects to Lenny Dawson, one of the best. He's a legend here in Kansas City.
A charismatic, loving, and welcoming man.
He was such a nice man, asked questions about you and wanted to talk, and he was very, very kind.
Chiefs owner Clark Hunt and his family, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, and most of the Chiefs coaching staff and front office all paying their respects to the late Hall of Famer. Even the youngest of Len Dawson fans wanted to show their appreciation to the man they looked up to.
He was such a great player.
To others, he was a role model, not just on the field, but in life.
My hero. So I grew up without a father, and I looked up to this man all my life. And so I just wanted to be here for that.
A shining light in so many people's lives.
I just needed someone in my life, and I chose with Lenny, and I got to meet him several times. Gracious, and even in this picture, he's showing that he's happy to be there.
Guided out by his family and fellow Hall of Fame brethren one last time, Len Dawson, honored by a community that loved him and he loved back.
I know we're here for him, so and his family.
Just an emotional day for so many people. This is where friends and family gathered one last time to say their final goodbyes to the great Len Dawson. He'll be missed by so many people in Kansas City. From Kansas City, Jackson Kurtz, KMBC 9 News.
Len's wife, Linda, has been so appreciative of the care and compassion he received from the staff at the University of Kansas Health System. So instead of flowers, she's asking that you make a donation in Len's honor to support nursing scholarships. Those donations can be mailed to the address on your screen or mailed to Kansas City Hospital.